And greetings everyone, and welcome back to another video for Robin Marvey. And what we're doing now is we're getting ready officially to start moving slowly out of the desert area and heading towards the cooler temperatures. It's still just the end of January, so we still have about a month and a half before we actually start going into places which are now still covered in snow. But regardless, we're going to start making some pretty often traveling. And since that's one of the most requested things that we do is traveling, I wanted to start off with the place where we have wintered the longest, and that is Lake Havasu. And primarily what I'd like to focus on is the free camping that's available on Lake Havasu. And there are some places that are well known and are marked on some of the maps and are marked on freecampsites.net. And there's one or two other ones that we find that we like or that might provide an option that's certainly less crowded than, say, Craggy Wash. But what I'd like to do right now is kind of roll this potpourri of places we've been to, show you the maps on how to get there, and then let you make up your own mind, and hopefully these resources will help you. And every place that we cover in this video, I'm going to put the GPS coordinates down below. Some people like to post them right on the video, but they're not clickable, or copy and paste. So you have to type in all of these numbers and everything, coordinates. So the GPS coordinates will be below. So if you want to find them, if you're on the road and you like what you see and you want to try it out, you can click on those. So let's get going, and let me show you some of the spots. All right, in this video, we're really going to highlight the 5 most popular BLM spots. And if you looked at that map, the first one is Standard Wash, which is about 5 miles before you get to Lake Havasu on the right-hand side. Now, as you can see, most of these BLM sites are not beautiful. They're not scenic with mountain waterfalls and lakes and icy glaciers and all of that. It's pretty much just blasé desert. And some are better than others. Like, for instance, Standard Wash, this one is my least favorite. It has just got hundreds of ATVs and people riding motorcycles. It's near some kind of a factory that at night has very bright lights and pounding of rocks and things like that. So that is not my favorite one. However, if you go a little bit north, about 2 miles north on the right side, you'll see a stop sign. And this is, again, one of my favorite ones, and it's called Lake Havasu BLM. Now, it doesn't seem, when you look at it, very much different than the first one, Standard Wash. However, for some reason, Lake Havasu BLM, I don't know, we just like it. Marvy and I like it. It's not our favorite. And we will talk about our favorite at the end of this video, so stay tuned. But I think you'll be surprised. But we stay at this one often. In the last couple of years that we've come down and spent time in Lake Havasu, we really like this one for some reason. There is one long road that you can walk, a dirt road that takes you far out into the desert if you want to go for a long walk. But everything is very level here. There's lots of places to camp. It does tend to be crowded, but you can find places where, for us in the van, facing away from everyone, we can do that in this spot here. Again, remember, with BLM spots, there is no water or bathrooms or trash cans, although there is a dumpster at a park just a little bit off the left. So we really, really like that one. So as you can see on the bottom, you've got Standard Wash, and then we just went to Lake Havasu BLM. Now, as you move your way further north on the other side of Lake Havasu, just past the airport, the most popular spot of all for nomads and snowbirds would have to be Craggy Wash. And Craggy Wash is just past a little airport on your right, once you get about a mile past Walmart, which is on your left. And Craggy Wash is really a great place. Yes, there are a lot of ATVs here, but There's a lot of places to walk, a lot of people. If you're into being social, there's a lot of people that meet up here. And because it's Craggy Wash for a reason, there's some pretty steep hills or craggy peaks around you that provide a lot of fun if you like climbing and hiking up into those. And there's enough ATV trails that you can even walk around on and explore. But this first section right here is very popular and very open. You can continue straight down this road about up to 3.5 miles. You start to lose your internet connection after just about a half a mile, but then there's a spot at the 3-mile mark that you can actually pick it up. It's even better if you have some kind of a device, an amplifier device, a booster, if you will, a cell phone booster. But we enjoyed staying here too. Again, there's a lot of people, so if you like your privacy, this is really not the best place. Moving along, just north of that is a place called Lonesome Tree, or actually, I made a mistake. That's actually Lone Tree on the map. It's actually Lone Tree Campground, and it's on the right also. And this place is going to be perfect if you have a fifth wheel or a Class A. It's very, very crowded this time of year, and it's very, very popular. And remember now, on the right and left side, you're going to see, before you get to Lone Tree and even after, you're going to see lots of places you can pull off. I'm not focusing on those, but there are lots of places that you can pull off and explore that are not on these 5 that I have focused on. However, Lone Tree is great. It does have a lower section, and so if you see where this car is coming out of, you could make a left down here and stay in the lower section, or you can stay up in the upper section. Now, in the direction we're headed now, if you just go over the hill, there's a long road or a dirt path that would provide plenty of walking and hiking if you'd like to do that, just to get away from all of the people. It's really strange when you live in a van, you spend a lot of time outdoors, but when you have a lot of Class A's and C's, everybody's sitting in their living room looking at everything you do. It's kind of creepy feeling. So we prefer, if we can't face away from everyone, to find places a little bit more isolated. But still, this is a great, safe place to be. And again, all of these I've mentioned, these last 4, are all within 2 miles of either downtown, the south end, or 2 miles from the Walmart within gas stations and service areas. So they are very, very, very crowded and popular during the winter months. So you may want to think about that. Now, let's go to my favorite place, and this is Havasu Heights. It's about 12 miles, maybe 15, north of the town, up by I-40 there. It's on the right side if you're going north, and it's about 1.5 miles before I-40, which is actually, if you were to continue here, about another mile or 1.5 miles. There's also 2 truck stops where if you would like to take a shower, get your vehicle, get some gas for your car or something, you can do that. So showers are great. They're just right up the road. Now, also, instead of making a right here, if you were to go another mile and make a left before the gas stations, there's also more BLM land. Not really friendly to larger vehicles, but that provides another option that you can go to. However, Marvy and I have found that we really like this place on the left here. There's no logical reason why. It's just that because it's so far from downtown Lake Havasu, it's less crowded. And not only that, but the times that we have spent here, the people seem to be a lot quieter. There's not like a lot of partying going on and music and people with crazy lights all night flashing on their RVs. There's also not a lot of ATV traffic. You are about 200 or 300 yards from the road, or 400 yards from the road, so you do catch some traffic on 95. But overall, I have to say this is really one of our favorite spots. And I think next year, if we come back to the Havasu area, which I love, it has everything you need, the Walmarts, Home Depots, Lowe's, plus a big lake. There's a lot of things to do, and it's not that much colder than going down further south, which is more for Ehrenberg and Quartzsite. So a lot more resources here. So this one is #1 on our list of places to BLM. And I think you guys might love it too. Okay, hey, that's it. I hope that was really helpful. Just kind of a quick guide for us to show you that. There's lots of places to do, or lots of things to do in Lake Havasu. And so we're going to close here. But before we do, why don't you click on this link below if you'd like to have another video about Lake Havasu and find out some information about the London Bridge, which was actually moved from London to Lake Havasu in Arizona, and a little bit more about one of our first adventures in Craggy Wash. And to do that, you just click on that link below and you'll do that. Until then, be sure, please, to like. And if you haven't subscribed yet, and I know a lot of you haven't, go ahead and join the travels with us and hit that subscribe button. Be sure to make a lot of comments. Jump down below to some of our links. If you'd like to support us, you can go on to Patreon. We want to, again, thank all of our Patreon supporters. You guys are loyal. You stuck with us, and we certainly appreciate it. It really helps out. So other than that, we will see you guys down the road.